All right. Welcome to Sideboard MTG. My name's Eric, and it's time for some Liches and Fishes. Let's see. Yeah, a devs deck named Liches and Fishes. Should be a lot of fun. I hope you guys like it. Give it that thumbs up if you do. And if you like the content in general, you want to see more devs decks in general, hit that subscribe button. We're going to be playing everyone this season. That's the goal, is to play every devs deck this season. So hope you guys enjoy, and let's see what devs brought for us here. I mean, he's got a cool little deck here. I say little, but the deck actually top ends, and if this thing goes off, this could be absolutely unreal. So we've got an Underrealm Lich deck here, and let's go ahead and read this for those of you that aren't used to playing with this card. We've got Golgari colors and 3 for if you would draw a card, instead look at the top 3 cards of your library and then put 1 card into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. It also has the ability to pay 4 life. Underrealm Lich gains indestructible until end of turn. Tap it, which is, for some of you that's regenerate, but absolutely wonderful card. It dies to a lot of things, but you can always pay 4 life. We can get it back from the graveyard with cards like Fine Finale, and that's kind of the key piece to this deck. The rest of the deck is basically made up of Merfolk, and you'll notice that Underrealm Lich and our little bit of removal here in Necrotic Wound are pretty much the only versions of our only black cards in the main board. Now we've got enough sideboard options to warrant the usage of black in the deck, but in the main board, that's about all we're going to find. Now the deck is mainly a blue-green deck, and you're going to see why as we get into drawing cards with creatures and such. So now we've got some pseudo draw here with our Explore triggers that helps us fill the graveyard for things like Necrotic Wound and things. Now again, this is not some just like major graveyard deck. It's actually just an aggro deck. You continuously put creatures out. You continuously put cards in your hand to allow you to draw. We've got a lot of synergy with these Merfolk and things. So let's take a look here. All right, Merfolk Branchwalker explores when it enters the battlefield. J-Light Ranger explores twice when it enters the battlefield. If we have a Merfolk in hand, we can reveal that and play Silvergill Adapt for 2 mana and draw a card when it enters the battlefield. Now that will actually trigger the Underrealm Lich. We've got cards like Kamena, which you can tap 3 untapped Merfolk and trigger the Underrealm Lich. You can tap 5 untapped Merfolk you control and put a +1/+1 counter on each of the Merfolk. Or you can just tap a single Merfolk and start getting in for 2 with the Kamena, if that's as big as Kamena is, right? Yes, Kenneth, Lich does prevent you from decking yourself. You cannot lose to mill, so if we're seeing a ton of cards per turn, and we might just run out of cards in our deck, that's okay, because Lich says if you would draw a card, instead look at the top 3 cards of your library. So you just don't have to worry about drawing a card. I mean, to die from mill means that you would draw a card. When you would draw a card and there are no cards left in your library to do so, then you die. But you don't actually ever draw a card with Underrealm Lich. So really powerful there, allowing you to just kind of churn through the deck. I mean, we've got cards like Riverwise Augur. Now this is 4 mana, but that's a brainstorm in case you guys haven't noticed, and I'm going to do this. That's 9 cards. I mean, did you hear, Dev? It's 9 cards. 9 cards. That's a deep look through your deck. Pick the best 3 out of 9 cards. No, it's not exactly like that. I mean, you got to pick the best. Well, you would draw 3 at the same time. So anytime you would draw a card, you know what? I'm curious to see how that works on Magic Online. I think I'm going to look at 3, pick the best one. Look at 3, pick the best one. Look at 3, pick the best one. 9 cards. 9 cards. 9 cards. 9 cards. 9 cards. Somebody's going to have to go back and count that, but I think that's 9 times that I said 9 cards. Well, whatever. Seafloor Oracle says that whenever a Merfolk we control deals combat damage to a player, we're going to draw a card. So, yeah. Anyway, so it seems pretty good. Yeah, we should C3, pick one 3 times. Right, that's exactly what I was thinking. Anyway, pretty cool deck. We've got Tatiova. Every time a land would enter the battlefield under our control, we're going to draw a card. We also gain a life, though, and that's no small matter either. And then Tishana. Tishana says that, and by the way, some people were asking about why there isn't, some way to, keep all these cards that we're seeing. Tishana is that way. You have no maximum hand size. This card got a little bit of play in some ramp decks and such, but when Tishana, Voice of Thunder's enters the battlefield, you're going to draw a card for each creature you control. And then her power and toughness are equal to the number of cards in your hand. So this is pretty cool. I like Tishana, even though it's 7 mana. I really like this card. And then as far as other cards we do have in the deck, we've got a couple Charter Courses and some Song of Freylease. Song of Freylease is actually really good in Merfolk. So Song of Freylease and Charter Course to draw a couple extra cards. 9 cards, guys. 9 cards. That's the goal. We've got to see 9 cards. All right. So what do we got in the sideboard here? What does Dev got? Well, we've got a lot of Explore, so it makes sense that we would have some way to gain some life. An extra early creature wouldn't hurt either. So Wild Growth Walker seems really good against the aggressive decks. We take out some of maybe the higher top end, play some Wild Growth Walkers, and we've got a much cheaper deck to play overall. We've got Merfolk Trickster to kind of maybe trick those Lyras and stuff to the ground. We've got Eldest Reborn to be able to deal with Lyra there, and all the other things. I mean, if you can deal with Lyra, you can deal with most things. Eldest Reborn, however, will actually deal with something like Carnage Tyrant. Price of Fame, it kills anything for 4 mana. Any creature that it can target that's not indestructible, you're going to be able to kill for 4 mana. If it's legendary, though, you're going to get it for the cheap price of 2. So not a bad card here. It is an uncommon, so a real cheap option right now. I think Price of Fame is kind of being slept on a little bit, so it's cool to see Dev run some Price of Fames here. We had it in the Turbo Surveil deck that Dev did, and it was pretty good there. So, and then Moment of Craving to be able to kill the small creatures, gain us a little bit of extra life, absolutely wonderful. And then of course we're in blue. Run some negate, right? Like just run some negate. The only card that I think that I might like in this deck, and I don't know if there's room for it here in the sideboard because I can see the reasoning behind most of these cards, would be maybe some Disdainful Strokes or something. I think Disdainful Strokes in a wonderful spot in the meta right now. And then of course Argyle's Bloodfast to help us keep drawing cards. So Bobby Q, man. I got on the Rush. I used to get on the Rush all the time about driving and watching YouTube. Cannot condone that. That seems like a good way to get yourself or someone else killed. So that's enhanced surveillance. All right. What is it? Oh, the card that shuffles your graveyard into your deck. Maybe? Is it enhanced surveillance? Let's see what we can find here. Oh no! I accidentally got rid of a... Let me check. Let me see if we can find what says shuffle your graveyard into your library. Is it enhanced surveillance? Maybe not. I don't know. I'd have to look that up some other time. I just don't know exactly what that would be. Anyway, it is enhanced surveillance. Aw. Thanks, Rush. I appreciate it, buddy. Rush went he top 8'd tonight, so good for him. If you guys want to check out Dev's Deck Tech, go ahead, click that little eye up there. Once this is done, or whenever. The link is up there. The link is in the description box below if you guys want to check out Dev's Deck Tech. If you want to go check the deck list out, you can check it on Dev's link, which is also in the description box below. And if you want to rent this deck and play it for yourselves, it's only about 70 tickets on Magic Online, so you can get that with the cheapest package from manatraders. So, which pretty much all the budget decks fall under that, which is great. So, Gaia's Blessing, okay. Oh, enchantment. I should have clicked enchantment. Is that what you're saying? Exile Enhanced Surveillance. Shuffle your graveyard into your library. 2 mana. That could be really, really good with Nexus of Fate, Underrealm Lich. You get yourself decked and you just start taking extra turns till you get to the point where you can take 2 extra turns per turn and you have no cards left in your graveyard. Go ahead and stockpile a bunch of extra turns, then shuffle your graveyard back into your library, and then like play everything out and keep swinging. I don't know. It just seems like that would be absolutely crazy. So, Bobby Q here had a pretty good stream late last night. We had some fun there with some Jeskai control. Was it Jeskai control or Jeskai mid-range? It played a little bit like both. Had some Teferis, had some mid-range effects on it. So I think it was Jeskai mid-range deck. But we had some fun last night. I actually got to be the one in stream distracting the streamer and stuff. That was a lot of fun. So, one moment, guys. All right, there we go. Just didn't have enough light. Anyway, let's go. Let's get some gameplay going. See if we can do some stuff with this deck. I was literally talking about finding a way to make Tishana and Reliquary Towers good, and you was so sad to see not even one of Reliquary Tower in this deck. Yeah, well, it's a 3-color deck. Maybe it might be a little hard to afford Reliquary Tower. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't require that many black sources. I mean, they're there. Why couldn't this be a fetch land? Let me go get like a blue-black or blue-green. We can play a Merfolk Branchwalker, and then we'll get into Silvergill Adept later. I mean, we can play Fine Finale. I'm okay with this hand. I assume that after looking at the mana base, it looks like the deck's going to give me blue mana, so I'm going to accept what we got going on here. Gotta have faith. All right. As a one-of though, right? Maybe it wouldn't be that hard. This is going to be a little bit of a nightmare. Mono white. Yummy. He doesn't necessarily have to know we're blue yet. So I'm just going to get down a Branchwalker. If anything, the Branchwalker... Do we need Song of Freyalise? When do we get an opportunity to play Song of Freyalise? We don't. We lose all of these creatures before Song of Freyalise actually gets to do anything. Yep. We can put it in the graveyard. I mean, I like Song of Freyalise, but I think we lose all of these creatures and then have to find and get those creatures back and go from there. Sky Marcher Aspirant. Uh-oh, he's going to do some convoking with a Venerated Loxodon. I, at this point, just want to get to the point where I can, like, cast this. Yeah. There's a Jade Light. Jade Light's not bad. Jade Light might be able to buy us a little bit of time. do we got? Kind of need more land. I really... Chart of course is not bad because we play Silvergill Adept. Oh man, we'll need a land though. We'll need a land because we won't have enough blue. So we won't be able to play that. We're not attacking either. Graveyard. There's black. Okay, so that's one land. I mean, I could have gotten it large enough to block the Venerated Loxodon, but guess maybe we just don't have the opportunity for that. We'll see how he swings here. I'm hoping he doesn't Conclave Tribunal the Dreadlight Ranger, because that opens up a lot of really good swings for the opponent. At that point, our best option is to actually block the Sky Marcher Aspirant. Odonto's okay. Odonto is definitely okay. We do need to buy a lot of time here, though. Like, I wouldn't mind blocking, casting... Like, if I can get some decent blocks, he is going to get rid of that Jade Light. Okay. Alright, well, that's the last card in his hand. We need to buy a ton of time here. He tapped down the flyer. So can we take 7? I mean, we exchange here. Otherwise, we take 5. Chump block. We're going to take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 next turn minimum. So if we're going to take 11 next turn, if we take 7 this turn but remove this, we'll take 1, and we'll have a blocker next turn. So we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 next turn if we do that. So we take 7 this turn and 9 next turn. So either way, we're going to be doing this at some point. All right, I'm going to make a trade here. It's 6 one way, half a dozen another. So let's go ahead and make this trade. And then we'll play Swamp, Silvergill Adept. You know what? I know I'm doing this anyway. So I'm going to go find Merfolk Branchwalker. Really wanted him to just kill that Jade Light Ranger so that we could get it back that way. This won't really be big enough to block anything. It doesn't matter, we know we're chumping anyway. So we'll reveal the Merfolk Branchwalker, draw an additional card. So we're going to be taking 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're taking quite a bit next turn. We need to buy enough time. I don't know if we have enough time here, though. I just don't know if we're going to be able to put enough things down to... There's a Conclave Tribunal. Okay, well, that's more than we can handle. We needed to have that blocker, and he top decked a Conclave Tribunal, so... that happened. Alright. Okay, so... Wild Growth Walker is going to be pretty decent here. Necrotic Wound's probably going to be pretty good. I think Chart of course is going to be a little too slow. We need to put a bunch of blockers out. Riverwise, maybe a little bit slow. I think naturally we're going to have more blue land than what we were seeing in that last game. I think Song of Freyalise may be a little too slow. I mean, we're on the play though, so Song of Freyalise can be absolutely wonderful. But I think I take out the 2 Song of Freyalise and bring in like maybe some more kill, some good early kill here. Need to remove 1 more card, and I'm just going to cut from the 9 cards. Um, because you know it's going to be hard to get up there. We're fighting against a very, very fast deck. So, unswallowing deck. I want to bring in Price of Fame, but I don't think that we have the room for that. Merfolk Trickster may not be bad either. I mean, maybe you can give Adanto, like you can take Adanto's abilities away and it's a 1/1. So Trickster may be pretty good. Maybe we do that over Riverwise. You know what? I'm going to take out one Seafloor Oracle. I want 2 Riverwise in the deck. I at least want to try in this game for you know, to really go off, and I think Riverwise is a big part of making this deck go off. So, did I use the new build? Oh, did he use the new build from last night? He said he did not. He said he did not get a chance to play with it. So, we've got Riverwise, we've got Silvergill Adept. So I mean, we can do some stuff here. I'm gonna keep. We've got our double blue, which is going to be great in case we run into the Merfolk Branchwalker or Merfolk Trickster. We're going to need double blue for that. So Legion's Landing. So I don't want to trade this early, so I'm just going to play Wildgrowth Walker. All right. So, I mean, Wildgrowth Walker means that he doesn't try to swing next turn. And I don't think he has removal for Wildgrowth Walker without me tapping it. I mean, he's probably got some number of Sealways or something. But for the next couple turns, I don't think he's going to be able to get to 4 mana, which means he just doesn't start swinging with this Vampire. You did buy the maps, though. Map was really, really good in the testing last night. We were playing the Naya Sarkhan's Unsealing deck. It was just wonderful. Absolutely wonderful card. Sky Marcher Aspirant. Woof. Alright, well. Let's I'm gonna leave the black open. I don't think it's a big deal that he knows we have Riverwise Augur. Ooh, Branchwalker. Right. That's what I'm talking about. Branchwalker will be good here, making our Wildgrowth Walker bigger. Gaining us a couple points of life, so I expect this to be his Venerated Loxodon turn. Nope, Venomous Marshal. It's still going to be difficult for him to attack. He wants to flip it. I'm going to get rid of the Sky Marcher Aspirant now. And then we'll just chump block 2 damage. Okay, Overgrown Tomb. We don't really need that. Okay, so because these are 2/2s, I'm now putting more value on the Merfolk Branchwalker to make the Merfolk. I probably shouldn't have played that land until after I'd drawn or after I'd looked here, but I want to keep my options available for Merfolk Trickster. So I'm gonna tap like this. Oh, that's right. We can't draw it anyway, right? I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, I wanted to play the Explorer because I wanted this to have 2 power. Alright, well, this is fine. We might get the opportunity to do the standard fetch land shuffle. Ooh. How cool would that be? I want to do it. Let's do the standard fetch land shuffle. Another Benelish Marshal. Adanto. Alright. So what do we want to kill? So we trade. I mean, we could chump here and save 3 points of damage, but this will remove this period. I mean, we're going to lose. Ooh. Turn off auto yields. Jade Light's going to be wonderful here. Okay, so... yeah, I'm going to use the Jade Light. So we're just going to bring this in tapped. We're going to play Jade Light Ranger. Explore. Necrotic Wound on top. You know what? I think that's great. So we're just going to leave Necrotic Wound on top. The double Explorer is wonderful for us here. Next turn we're going to be doing the Riverwise Augur, and then I mean, we can pitch something if we want. We're not ready for Seafloor Oracle. We're not on the aggressive yet. So Seafloor Oracle is just not like the greatest card for us. This is definitely helping stabilize our life total though, and now he's got some really questionable attacks. Almost home, fellas. Oh man, you're driving and what? Okay, rush. Do we just take 5 here? Or do I block, make him take 4, block here? I mean, we're going to be playing some more stuff next turn anyway. I think we can deal with this. Because we're going to kill one of these Benelish Marshals. Alright, so there's our Necrotic Wound. We're going to go Riverwise Augur. Now we've got 3 cards in the graveyard here. Ooh, okay, so let's get rid of Woodland Stream. We don't need another Overgrown Tomb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we don't need Overgrown Tomb. So I'll play a land for the turn, and then we'll just shuffle those away. Isn't that wonderful? And that's just wonderful. We'll get some more blue mana. And then we'll pass the turn. So he's going to make a token. That's okay. We'll see how he decides to attack. Based on his attacks, we'll use the Necrotic Wound appropriately, I guess. We need one more creature in the graveyard to be able to kill a Benelish Marshal. Alright, so we block here. Block here, so we get to kill it after combat. Take 8. Alright, he gives it indestructible. We have enough in the graveyard now to kill Benelish Marshal, which will also kill the lifelinker because it'll go down to a 2/2 and it's got 2 points of damage on it. So our block meant that we traded there. Alright. And History of Benalia. Oh man, this is going to be rough. Very rough. Merfolk Branchwalker off the top wouldn't be bad. Jade Light Ranger wouldn't be bad either. So let's Wild Growth Walker, Jade Light Ranger, double Explorer triggers, Silvergill Adept on the top, we'll gain a ton of life. Oh man, there we go. Now we've got some more big blockers. We got good bodies to trade with our opponent. Not the worst thing in the world here. I mean, our opponent's still living off the top deck, and I think we win the attrition game. We'll see, though. We'll see. Oh no, another History of Benalia. This is getting big. This is getting big. How do you swing? Okay. So we'll block one of these. We'll block another one of these. Take two? I mean, does he take 8 here? 1. He takes 8. Something tells me that ain't exactly how this was supposed to work for him. Okay. Let's get some more creatures down so that our Tishana just draws a ton of cards. So let's go blue. We'll go blue-green. Reveal Seafloor Oracle. And then we're going to probably play the Seafloor Oracle as well. Kumena, that's not bad either. Kumena's got a good body. So we could Kumena. So we can go ahead and play the Woodland Streams. Play... I mean, Kumena blocks a 3-power dude, so... But then again... Yeah, Kumena blocks 3 power, but these knights are going to be bigger than 3 power next turn, so we've got a lot of power coming at us right there. I think it's actually Seafloor Oracle because I'm more willing to lose the card. So I'm going to go with Seafloor. I'm actually going to try to lose as few creatures as possible this next turn because I really want to just play this Tishana and draw as many cards as possible. So we're going to pass here. I probably could have gotten in with a swing there if I really, really wanted to, but this is going to be a big turn for the opponent, and so is next turn. So we'll see how the opponent wants to navigate this. Dauntless Bodyguard. That's pretty good. So Dauntless Bodyguard makes sure that Benelish Marshal doesn't die. Let's go ahead and move to blocks. Alright, so if we block here, we block here, we block here. Maybe chump block. He gets to kill them both, though. Hold on a minute. So let's look at this one more time. All right, cancel that block. Let's say we want to block so that we kill the Dauntless Bodyguard. We also want to block where... How much damage? This is a lot of damage. We have to do some chumping. I mean, we chump, we lose like everything here. Even this Wild Growth Walker, which I don't think that's a great idea. I mean, take one less point of damage and don't lose the Wild Growth Walker. Take one additional less point of damage and we cause 4 points back to him. So we'll take 10 total if we block here. We'll take 10, but he's going to take 8. Gain 2, take 6. We don't lose as many. Yeah. Actually, if we're willing to just chump, I think the chump should go like this. And we're left with more creatures left. Alright, so yeah, let's do it like that. We get to keep one extra creature this way, so... how do you get rid of chat full screen? You just have to tap the chat button, like, so tap the screen, and there'll be a little chat button there, you just tap it, so... oh wow, he didn't take the damage, so we actually got rid of the Odontos there. That was pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty sweet that he let the Odontos go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll go Tishana. We'll draw 4 cards. I like it. I like it. I could play a land this turn, but playing a land actually makes Tishana smaller. Right now she's a 5/5. And I'm going to be spinning at least 1 card next turn. So she's going to go down to a 5/5, I mean. Because I plan on spinning this Necrotic Wound on the Benelish Marshal. So when we spin the Necrotic Wound on the Benelish Marshal, these will all go down and they'll be attacking for 4 power, which be quite good for us. And it could be, you know, exactly where we need to be to start turning this curve. So I'm not going to play land this turn. Math says I'm not allowed to do that. Does it say it on the card? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He scoops. He scoops. How did he scoop? He knows he didn't know about this card. He did not know about that card. Did he? No. Okay. There's no way he knew he was about to get blown out. No way. No way. Alright, whatever. If he knew he was about to get blown out, then... Hi. Hi, opponent. Necrotic Wound's great late game. We just got to survive that early game, and that's a little bit brutal. Kind of like where we were at there. Yeah, price for Benelish, maybe. Maybe. I'm hoping that I can get bigger. That was a savage match. Thanks, man. It felt pretty savage. Hey, look! We got the Underrealm Lich. We might be able to do some crazy stuff. We get to kill Odontos. So, we're... possibly going to be going turn 1 Evolving Wilds for blue. No. We're going to play a Branch Walker on 2. If I'm playing Branch Walker on 2, then I'm playing turn 1 Woodland Cemetery. Passing. I know that looks really strange, but I want to be able to have Merfolk Trickster available on 3 or near that. Another Underrealm Lich. Okay. So we're gonna shoot for another blue source here that comes in untapped. Hinterland Harbor would be great. Underrealm Lich, man, you got to go to the graveyard. We're packed on the Underrealm Liches. Just got all the Liches, all the day. I also think that I might be taking this. Nope. We're going to be blocking the Sky Marcher Aspirant. It's really brutal. That's brutal. There's a green source. So if we go green source, or we go Kamina. Kamina blocks something here because of the 4-body. Yeah, we're going to go Kamina. And then next turn, get the Evolving Wilds. Man, Trickster just fits. He's so hard to play in a 3-color deck because of the double blue. Like, you're not getting him down early enough. I mean, maybe we went turn 1 blue land, and then no, because turn 2 we would have had Woodland Cemetery. Yeah, it was just brutal. Yeah, he gets to swing with them both. We'll block. So we take 3 here. Necrotic Wound. Ooh. Alright, so let's get the Evolving Wilds down. Set up for... How do we do this? We're going to take 6 points of damage here. Alright. We take the 6 points of damage. This next turn is going to be really tough for us, so we'll see what happens. I think I have somewhat of a plan, but I don't know. We'll find out. Legion's Landing. Okay. Conclave Tribunal. No. Not Conclave Tribunal. That just blows my plans to just smithereens. Okay, so... we take 3 points of damage here. Alright, so we go attack. Alright, so we're going to go Merfolk Trickster. If this loses all abilities... Wait a minute. If this loses all abilities... So it won't have First Strike anymore. Alright. I don't even care about that. I don't even care that it won't have First Strike. Yeah, I don't even care that it won't have First Strike. So, I could make the Benelish Marshal lose its abilities and take 2 points of damage. Right? Yeah. Either way, we're killing Benelish Marshal and chumping one of these. And I don't get to actually kill the Benelish Marshal until after First Strike damage. So, I mean, I'm just chumping with a Merfolk Branch or Merfolk Trickster here. So we go block. First strike damage. Benelish Marshal. We needed to do that to put 3 cards in the 3 creatures in the graveyard, and that was our only way of killing Benelish Marshal. Man, so brutal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're looking at 3 points of damage next turn. Underrealm Lich playing Underrealm Lich is a black card, and that'll make both of these turn into 3/3s. So let's go Jadelight Ranger. Merfolk Branchwalker on top. Merfolk Branchwalker Graveyard. I mean, he gets sideways. We eat 1, go to 1. Another Jadelight Ranger is not bad. Okay. Jadelight Explorers. Tishana to the graveyard. Wildgrowth Walker on top. He didn't make a token! He didn't make a token! Okay. He was supposed to make a token there and we were dead. Just saying. That's a Tocatli Honor Guard. It's cool to see that. Now he makes a token. Oh, he heard me. He didn't make a token. That's what it is. I forgot the opponent's watching. Okay, Charlie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wildgrowth Walker. We're still dead to all out swing, right? I mean, we've had mistakes from the opponent before, so I'm not gonna scoop yet. He makes a token. Plays Legion's Landing. Makes another token. He may be just setting up for next turn. Alright. Good game, opponent. GG, opponent. GG. Let's get into another game. What song is this one? Top left corner of the screen, man. It'll rotate through. You'll see it. But the song is Punch Out. Little Mike's Confessions is the one that just started. All right, so we can go Overgrown Tomb into a Drowned Catacomb, into a Branchwalker, into a Kamena, into Riverwise Augur. Or sure. Oh, the last song? I can't tell you what the last song is. But if you rewind, you can look at the top left-hand corner. Alright, so does Branchwalker just get burned here? I mean, if he's going to waste a burn spell just to remove a creature, I'm going to play Silvergill at it. Because Branchwalker could technically get big enough to block this. Technically. Yeah. See, Branchwalker wouldn't have grown anyway. Wouldn't have grown anyway. Riverwise Augur. Missed the deck tech. What's the point of the deck? What is the point of playing Lich with Merfolk? Because Merfolk draw a lot of cards, and Lich will let you see 3 cards every time you... Because 9 cards, man. Because Brainstorm with Lich says, look at 9 cards. 9 cards. Just 9 cards. That's what it's all about. Ooh, Rakdos. Oh, Rakdos. We can play the Woodland Cemetery. We can go, we go Merfolk Branchwalker here. Chart a Course. I actually think I want Chart a Course. Chart a Course seems good. I want to get him to use just a little bit more burn, and then I'll play the Kamina, and Kamina should actually stonewall him a little bit. Unless he's at, like, Phoenixes and things like that. I'm expecting it to be, you know, Wizards. So I definitely want to see if we can get him out of burn. We just stopped an attack here, though, which seems good. Unless it was, like, untapped land. Yeah, he's not attacking. Alright, so... we get to go Jade Light. Yeah, we'll go Jade Light, and then next turn we're like, oh, another Jade Light on top. I'm gonna go top. I'm gonna go Graveyard with that Jade Light. This way we grow at least, and really need to get set up so that we can kill the opponent, but he may have a hard time burning through us. We'll see. He's going to have a turn with his full mana here, so. You heard that if you look at 9 cards with this deck, you win. We haven't had it happen yet, but we're waiting on it. It's going to be fun. We're going to try. We're going to try for sure. Alright, so I mean, I'm gonna block one. If he's got another shock to add to this, then we lose Jade Light. That happens. We did not lose Jade Light. Okay, well... I want 2 more cards. I'm going to play Kamina and draw 2 cards. And hit him for 4. Like, at this point, if this is the most damage he's been able to put towards us, I think we can start a race. So, we're gonna start the race. There we go. Lands off the top seem fine. That'll help us get to wherever we need to be. And then, river-wise, if we don't want these lands, we'll get rid of them. So, we'll play the Kamina. And you got burn? You got 4 burn? Risk factor. Yeah, I take 4, dude. That hurts. I take 4. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that hurts. West door blows snow. West door blows snow. Problem with Merfolk is all the turns to get set up. You're right. It is a lot of turns. Okay, so wait a minute. Exile and pay 3 life for any number of cards. No. Okay, so I'm going to pay 3 life for a Lava Coil. He can have land, and he can have Fanatical Firebrand. Sovereign's Blight. Uh-oh. So he draws 3 cards next turn off that risk factor. Alright, so we go... Silvergill, Revealing Riverwise Augur, Riverwise Augur, we can put some lands back. Okay, so Tatiova will let us draw, like, gain life. Tatiova works really, really well with Evolving Wilds. So I'm just going to get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Need to have enough land so that when Tatiova does its thing, we'll be all right. All right. Well, here we go. I mean, we got to let him draw 3 cards off this risk factor. We know that he has 1 point of burn off the All right, so you drew 3 cards, buddy. We've got 2 mana to use 3 cards. 3 mana to use 3 cards. We're about to get burned. Oh, we're about to get burned so hard. Fanatical Firebrand. Fanatical Firebrand. Draw a card. Another Song of Freyalise. Oh, that's right. I put them on top. Okay, so we got through... I forgot that I wasn't going to get to shuffle them away yet. Okay, so Evolving Wilds. Alright, so let's play Tatiova and gain a little bit of life. So we'll go Tatiova. Do we need any of these lands for any reason? No. Alright, so Tatiova. Evolving Wilds. Gain a life, draw a card. That's our turn. Okay, I know I'm not paying a lot of attention to chat right now, guys, and I apologize for that. We've got some pretty crazy lines going on, and I need to pay attention to the numbers, or we're just probably going to lose. Sovereign's Bite. It's not a lot we can do about that. He's got us here. I mean, we're making him sack the other Fanatical Firebrand, but yeah, there we go. Begin the sideboard. We've got some cards for this guy. We're gonna start with a Wild Walker here. So Wild Growth Walker, I think against red deck we have no choice but to get rid of some of the higher cost creatures. I want to keep 2 Underrealm Liches in. I know that seems bad, but get rid of 1 Seafloor Oracle and 2 Underrealm Lich. And then I also want to bring in the Moment of Cravings, because Moment of Craving, you know, gains life. It may be worth it to have Negate, but I don't think I've got room for Negate. I also don't think we have room for Chart a Course. So we might have room for like 1 other spell. So maybe that other spell is Chart a Course. Price of Fame. I mean, like, what legendaries would he be using? Let's Chart a Course. Let's just keep in a Chart a Course. Maybe I should be Negate, but drop Necrotic. Are you? Necrotic kills like 90% of his deck after 1 Branch Walker or something. I don't. Oh, watch, we'll never hit a Branch Walker. Never gonna hit a Branch Walker. I'm keeping. Like, Wild Growth Walker into Wild Growth Walker seems just the nut draw. And then hit, like, I don't know, Jade Light Ranger. But I mean, he's more than likely gonna have, you know, answers for it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I could. I don't know if dropping Necrotic was the right answer or not. But I think maybe. Woodland Cemetery. If he wants to use his Lightning Bolt next turn to kill this, then that's unfortunate, but that'll be his entire turn. This has 3 power, so he's not just going to shock it, so it's safe to go ahead and throw it down. So he shocks me. Okay. Wants to use his mana. He's gotta get me burned down, otherwise he doesn't get to draw cards. That's not horrible. We'll reveal Tatiova. Song of Freylease. Song of Freylease isn't bad here because, I mean, we get to get a Tatiova down really quick. Sure. We also get to get a Underrealm Lich down. Alright, so I'm going to go Wild Growth Walker, Song of Freylease. I'm actually going to punch him for 2. Now, next turn, if he doesn't kill both of these, then we can play Tatiova, play Evolving Wilds, crack Evolving Wilds, all for the price of just like tapping Silvergill at it. Yeah, I'm not letting you draw the cards yet, dude. You got to get me a lot weaker than this. A lot weaker than this before you get to draw cards. Branch Walker's pretty good. Alright, so let's go ahead and play the Tatiova. Tatiova's life gain. I just think it's important. Yeah, might as well just use this. We'll go Evolving Wilds, draw a card, gain a life. That's another Evolving Wilds. That's another 2 cards and, you know, more life. Get another blue, so now we can hit our double blue. Hey, look, we found another. Don't need the mana here, so we can get in for 1. And then next turn we're looking at Underrealm Lich, play Evolving Wilds. This could be pretty good. This could be good. Risk factor, yeah. I mean, got me for 4 again, dude. Okay. Yeah, all of this looks great. We're doing it. We're doing it. Alright, so Underrealm Lich. Play land for the turn. We're looking for like Jade Light Rangers, Merfolk Branch Walkers, like Silvergill Adepts, not bad. Wild Growth Walker. Getting a Wild Growth Walker back with Fine Finale would probably be pretty good. Yeah, that's probably really, really good. Seafloor Oracle isn't bad either, though. I'm just going to grab the Fine Finale because for 2 mana I can just get back either of those cards, and I think Fine Finale is just better. I want to go ahead and see what we've got going on, so I'm just going to go ahead and crack this now. Before he has a chance to untap or anything of that nature. Yeah, we'll just get a forest. We'll draw another card, which means we look at 3 more cards. Yeah, Jade Light Ranger is exactly what we're looking for. Although, it'd be fine in the graveyard, too. Yeah, it'd be fine in the graveyard. I'll take the Necrotic Wound. We've got Vigilance, Indestructible, Trample, all that good stuff, so it's definitely a good time to get some damage in. It's happening! It's happening! How does this deck win? You beat someone in the face with Merfolk after you get set up. Like, punchy, punchy. Straight up, punchy, punchy. You mean an actual win con? Punchy, punchy. It's good. It's perfectly fine. So, I'm just going to get back Wild Growth Walker and Jade Light Ranger here. What are you shooting? You're shooting me? Okay, opponent. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Alright, so we know we want to cast Fine Finale. He scoops. He scoops! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, we had lethal on board. That's why he scooped. I think he's more... I don't think he's as creature-based as I thought he was. So we might be able to beat him on the creature side of things. Yeah, it wins by just a long attrition game. You're going to have just more value than your opponent, in the end game. So, I mean, we can Silver Gill. I'll keep. Just going to shock me. No shock. We'll say no. Alright, so now we can just be like, alright, cool. I mean, that's a shock that could have killed a Merfolk Branchwalker. I know the opponent wants to get us as weak as possible, as quick as possible, but... Viashino Pyromancer. Alright, we're at 16. So we'll go Branchwalker. Seafloor Oracle blocks like every wizard in his deck. It's a long time before we're going to get a chance to cast that. I think I'm going to go Graveyard with it. I'll trade here. I think Find Finale is wonderful in this deck. You think it would work better with River Sneak and Mistcloak Herald and Curious Obsession? I think if you're going to run that, you have to run cards like Dive Down, stuff like that, and then at that point you're just a much lower to the ground deck in the first place. So I don't know. I'm gonna Woodland Cemetery here because I think our opponent might be getting to the I don't know. We can Woodland Streams and then we'll reveal a Merfolk. We'll reveal a Jade Light Ranger. Another Evolving Wilds. Okay. I mean, we can just make this trade. Sword Point Diplomacy. Deals 3 damage to me, deals 3 damage to me, deals 2 damage to me. He can have them all. I'm not going to make the 3 damage free. He's going to have to pay mana for it. So, if it was more than 3 damage, then I would just take the 3 damage and stop it. But I don't think that I'm supposed to. I'm going to play Kamina here. Right, make him spend the mana for it. I mean, if it dealt 4 points of damage, at that point it might be worth it to save yourself 1 point of damage. But if it only deals 3 points of damage, then I'm not going to make it free to cast. Sword Point Diplomacy. He got me with a Ritual of Soot. Ritual of Soot wipes the deck, so yeah, I don't think I can let him keep that. Sovereign's Bite. And we're taking a beating. Riverwise Augur. Alright, so we're going to go land. We're going to go... I did not sack the Evolving Wilds. I'm such a klutz. We'll put that in the graveyard. We're going to put that on top. Yeah, I didn't sack the land. So now he just burns me to death. We're dead. I mean, he's got enough burn in his hand to kill us. Lightning Strike. Yeah. It didn't matter because we didn't have any way to gain life, and he would have just killed us anyway. If we would have gotten to a Wild Growth Walker, would have been much better off, but, yeah. Oh, well. Alright. Let's play another. Still a fun deck. Yeah, I was dead on board. Yeah, I just said that, Black. There's a delay. Um, we're one land off of being able to cast things. It's a red deck and we're in trouble. Still think we're supposed to keep it. I mean, just like I said at the beginning, I'm supposed to trust that the deck is going to give us blue mana. And then, like, Island popped up. Probably not going to get it this time. But I'm supposed to trust it. You might build a list from this concept and pay to see it played. Well, that'd be perfectly okay, man. That is an option that all viewers have. And thanks. Like, thanks. Period. I had a lot of fun playing Rush's deck last night. I really did. We played Rush's deck and it was doing good. I mean, just playing 7 powered creatures with Sarkhan's Unsealing on the battlefield just feels good. All right, we've got that one more turn. We've got to see this. We got to see this land. Any untapped land. Come on. Well, let's do it. I don't think we can ever cast another spell, like resolve another spell anyway. But it's fun to dream, right? This is Mono Blue Wizards. If you can't stop their turn 1 and 2, you're dead. I mean, he might just play Tempest Gen and tap out, but I wouldn't if I was him. Brutal. Oh, he's gonna push. He's gonna push damage. He's pushing damage. I think I gotta get rid of Fine Finale. Just not gonna have time for it. Like, we're not gonna be able to get down what we've got down, much less Fine Finale. I mean, I could be throwing creatures away and then find them back, but I don't have the time or the mana to be able to do something like that. I need to be playing creatures for the next foreseeable future to beat this, and yeah, we're dead already. And we just have he just hasn't gotten there yet. Yeah, I don't see outs. I don't see outs in the deck right here. Okay, begin sideboarding. Wild Growth Walker, Merfolk Trickster, negate. We don't have time for any of this. We have to have action early or we are dead. Riverwise is cheaper than some of the other cards. Moment of Craving. Probably should have brought in Moment of Craving. Probably should have brought in Moment of Craving. Alright, so Jade Light. We can cast Jade Light. This is a horrible hand, though. We'll never get to double blue, so we've got so many dead cards here. I'm gonna mulligan. I don't think we. I don't see us winning with that hand. I don't see us winning with this hand. All right. We'll put that on the bottom. Hinterland Harbor so that we can turn 2 Charter Course. This is gonna be rough. You think Wild Growth Walker just needs to be main in this deck? I think that's a meta call. Like, if you think that the meta, we might actually get a chance to attack, so we might be able to draw extra cards with Charter Course, which could be great. So I'm gonna just play the Merfolk Branch Walker instead of just charting a course here on 2. Yeah, this deck's very ambitious, man. This is we've seen most of Dev's really competitive stuff. I've said it, you know, quite a few times that you can't build, you know, 20 tier 1 decks in a set that's only going to have maybe, you know, 3 to 4 tier 1 decks in the entire set. So, you know, like, he's going to be playing some fun stuff. We're going to see some budget stuff, things like that, and it's fine. That's what it is. But if nothing else, we get to see these concepts, these ideas. We get to see other people start brewing with the ideas. There's going to be something in this deck that you guys are going to like. I already like the idea of, you know, this has sparked my interest for the Lich a little bit more. So, you know, if that's all I get out of this, then I'm okay with that too. I'm going to play Chart, of course, before I play the land. If I get myself syncopated here, I'm going to feel real bad for not playing the land. Just feel punished. Alright, so now we know we can play the Overgrown Tomb tap. If it would have been an Evolving Wilds there, I'd have probably played that. Merfolk as a deck in general could be fun, probably. Merfolk could probably be a ton of fun, James. You don't see the fun factor? Okay. Some people can have no more fun in their game of Magic than just drawing more cards, seeing more cards, seeing more of their deck. So you've barely paid attention to the game since you got home, but you can clearly hear Eric is annoyed, and it puts a smile on your face. Aww. Glad I could help, Rush. I like the idea of Riverwise Augur and Evolving Wilds. It's cool to see that in Standard. I'm going to go Woodland Cemetery. Riverwise. Alright, so we draw 3, put 2 back. Alright, we don't need Seafloor Oracle right now. And we can draw the land next turn. I hope I did that right. If we don't draw the land, then our Merfolk Branchwalker just draws the land for us. So we can just ensure that we're getting deeper through the deck that way. If we do draw the land, we can play Jade Light with. It's going to be a hard-fought game, guys. No 9 cards yet. No 9 cards. Haven't gotten 9 cards yet. It's been brutal. Definitely been brutal. Alright, so the land did go on top. So it does count which ones you click first. So we get to go land. Then we can mill the other creature. Let's go Jade Light. What happened? There we go. We'll go Jade Light. If he goes to counter, we'll negate. I mean, we have to just get as much power as possible on the battlefield. I think I go dump it. Like, pretty much no matter what it is. Unless it's Tatiova. Like, Tatiova is like the only thing that I think can possibly pull us out of this. Alright, so we go Graveyard. Because we don't have another blue anyway. We get a land. Alright, well. Golgari Elves. See, that seems alright. Golgari Elves seems pretty good. We had Golgari Zombies. People were having some, we were having a lot of fun with that. That was Kenneth Holbrook's deck. So, I mean, that was a lot of fun. I mean, if nothing else, this deck has been extremely like interactive. Like there's been a ton of lines to take, things of that nature. I've had a lot of fun with that part of the deck. But this deck might be a little clunky. Golgari Zombies was fun. That was a fun deck. Did you take that to like Friday Night Magic, or have you had time? You haven't had time yet, have you? Do you play Wednesday nights, Kenneth? That's why you hate faith in unblockable meta. That's why you have faith in the unblockable met. Well, unblockable's still pretty good. I'll trade this J-Light for Merfolk Trickster here. We need Wild Growth Walker. We really need Wild Growth Walker. You don't like Tatioba? You know she's situational and has her place, but paying 5 mana for a 3/3 feels bad. Hashtag feels bad, man. Hashtag feels bad. I got you. I mean, being that far below the vanilla test hurts because you know there's some decks out there that are playing the cream of the crop that pass the vanilla test and have abilities. So, like, using that type of mana to get that far behind, sometimes that doesn't feel good at all. Alright, so we've got one more turn to take this hit. And at that point, we have to be able to get this Merfolk Trickster down. And when we get the Merfolk... So we need to hit a blue source off the top. We can't play the blue source, so it has to be untapped. Because we need to play Evolving Wilds, go get an island, and then play the third blue source next turn. Okay. I might just play Riverwise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw 3 cards. Play Evolving Wilds. Shuffle what we don't need back. There's another Evolving Wilds. That's not it. Alright, so we've only got a few choices here. I mean, he may not let it resolve. Wizard's Retort. Alright, well, GG. We're dead two turns from now. I don't see outs. There could be outs. I don't see them. One of them would be top decking a Wild Growth Walker. I did bring the Wild Growth Walkers in, I think. Yeah, I brought the Wild Growth Walkers in. So our out here is top deck Wild Growth Walker, gain 3 life from Merfolk Branch Walker, and then 3 turns from now we'll be at 1 life. Assuming those cards resolve. We're still not completely dead if we draw our island off the top. Get in for 3. Island off the top could save us a lot, so we'll see. Yeah, the deck does run removal. Okay, so now Wild Growth Walker is the only thing that saves us. Alright, we're just dead right now. Okay. Alright. I mean, he's been drawing cards for a while now. It's our 3 games. That's... I'm sad. I wanted such greater, like, so much more greatness. Really did. I just really wanted so much more out of this deck. I thought the deck would be a lot of fun, drawing a ton of cards, things like that. Looks like our meta might be a little too fast for that, and even our counterspells and stuff are all lining up very, very fast in the game. So when you're playing only one spell per turn until the very late turns, it's going to be a little bit brutal. You do need to live through those early turns, and there's a lot of decks out there that just aren't going to give you that, opportunity. So, I mean, that's how it works. I mean, sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. So, it was a little bit brutal. I think Song of Release was just way too clunky in the deck. I really do. But I don't know where. I don't know what I would say about where to go from this. It was a fun idea. I'll leave it at that. It was a fun idea. It's definitely a heavy deck for the meta. Our meta is quite fast right now. There's a lot of people trying to do a lot of things really quick. So, unfortunately, yes, Merfolk was a bust. But it was a cool idea. It was cool to see the Merfolk deck. And I can't wait to see what Dev's got coming up for us next. I'm sure we're going to see some really cool jank or maybe something really competitive. Again, Dev, you haven't done Golgari, like just straight competitive Golgari. So, I'd like to see that. I think that would be really cool. I'm calling out. I want to see the Golgari. But you know what? It may be actually smart to play some of these more fun-up decks. And then once we get the fun-up decks out of the way, then like, hey, here's their Golgari. Go crush some souls and feel better. So maybe it's better to squeeze some fun decks in between, you know, some real powerhouses. But is there a late night stream tonight? Could be. It could be. I mean, I don't have any real reason to say no. So I mean, I would have to figure out what we're gonna stream. But honestly, if I did a late night stream tonight, I'd probably play my 2 Boros decks. I've been working on Boros. I think that I'm somewhere that I really want to be in Boros. I've had a lot of luck with my Boros decks. So yeah, and I'll tell you, Tecatli Honor Guard is sweet in Boros Mentor. Bobby Q said he's going to do a late night stream, so if you guys want to check that out, you can. I will be looking into a deck to run, so we got about an hour and a half till midnight. So midnight's normally when I do my why not make it a late night coffee time? I need to do a Boros breakdown. I really want to do a Boros breakdown video where we just like literally break down Boros, like just talk about all the cards in Boros. I want to get these decks out of my list. I want to move on to Golgari, and I think that I've got where I want to be with Boros. So, like at some point, I want to get deck techs and stuff out for my 2 Boros decks. I've got a Boros Angels deck, which I think is your mid-range, high-end, version of Boros. Like I think this is about where I want to be in Boros. And then, as far as Boros Angels go, and then I've got a Boros Mentor deck, which is a little bit lower to the ground, and I think this is exactly where I want to be. If I was going to be playing Boros, I was taking Boros to Friday Night Magic, I think I would take this deck right now. As is, Tecatli Honor Guard has been a monster main board with Tajik. Do you realize Tecatli Honor Guard stops Chain Whirler? Like, Chain Whirler, just name like any creature in the Golgari deck stops that. Okay, Doom Whisperer, damn, got me. But Tecatli Honor Guard, broken card. So like, it works so good with Mentor, it's ridiculous. Once you get a Tecatli Honor Guard down, you swing with it next turn and a Tajik. Like, you're talking about putting some power on the battlefield. Your Tecatli jumps up to 4 toughness, which means that's like that's out of this world. That saves itself from so much. It's ridiculous. Getting the extra power is not bad. Tecatli can get mentored twice from a Tajik. So like, I'm having some fun with Tecatli. Like, Tecatli feels like it's almost better than a Danto Vanguard, just because it's like not getting destroyed anyway by those decks. So if I did anything, I would actually start trimming back on some Adanto's Vanguards or more Knight of Graces out of the deck, and could even bring in a 4th Tecatli. The card has been dirty. Yeah. Alright guys, so that's all I've got for Dev's deck tonight. The Devs deck, it was a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun watching it. I really got into some of the lines and stuff, so I'm sure if you did watch this long, there was points where I was just kind of like zoned in, trying to make sure I was making the right plays and things. And it's a tricky deck. It wasn't a deck that just, bam, here's so much power that you can't make a mistake in the first place. So like it wasn't like that. It's definitely a fair deck. Even though it's got some like really cool synergies and stuff in it, and no, we didn't get a chance to see 9 cards. But even though you've got crazy stuff like that going on in the deck, there's just not. It's a little bit too slow for the meta, I think. So, but the idea is fun. Play it at home, your kitchen table, something like that. It's a pretty cheap deck. It's only like $200 in paper. But it's only $70 online, so not that bad. I like the idea of Riverwise Augur and Evolving Wilds. Let's brainstorm. Let's shuffle that stuff away. Seems good, but there we go. Riverwise Augur and Underrealm Lich seem like they would be terrific together, because even though you're putting some cards back on top of your library, the next time you draw, you can get the 2 cards you put back and 1 card deeper. So. And then you just get rid of the 2 cards you didn't want anyway. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I had fun with it. So, guys, that's all I got. That is all I have. I'm done. As Dev would say, tapped out. Feels wrong, right? I don't know. We copy Saffron Olive all the time. Why can't we copy Dev? Right? But if I copy Dev any more than what we're already doing, right, then chat will destroy me. But like, we're always going opponent, and that's straight up Saffron Olive. So yeah, just throwing an idea here, but maybe we should play test a game or 2 with Dev's deck and then decide whether or not to stream them later. No, I'm not going to pick what I stream and what I don't stream. People want to see them all. Like, it should just be known, if someone makes 30 decks in a season, like whenever 3 to 4 days, somebody makes 30 decks in a season, they're not all going to be tier 1. Like, sometimes bad things are going to happen. Like, you're not going to just come up here and bring out like 30 decks and they're just all going to be amazing. Like, that's asking a little too much. But asking for innovation, 30 pieces of innovation, yeah, that might be possible. And I think that's what Dev gave us. I mean, if anything else, I like the idea of Underrealm Lich and Riverwise Augur. If anything else, I really like the idea of playing Underrealm Lich after this. And this was like one of the few times I've ever cast the spell. So I kind of like the card. I really do. So if I got a piece of innovation out of this, if any of y'all got a piece of innovation out of this, Dev did his work. He did work. So I'm good. I'm good with the deck. The deck was fun. And I got an extra, experience. Also, if you start building stuff like this near it and stuff like that, you're going to be like, wait a minute, that's going to get run over by, burn decks. That's going to get, hammered by, mono white control or mono white aggro, like really fast aggro decks. Tempo decks just are going to get under you because you can't cast multiple spells per turn. Like, so we learn when we play this stuff. So, and that's what it's about, is playing this with you guys so that we all learn together. Well, learning the hard way ain't always fun, okay? And that's, we got to take something out of it. So, guys, this was fun. It was fun. We've seen a lot of cards. We played some stuff. So, is there a way to send Dev list? You can communicate with Dev if you're a patron. I rarely try to contact him on Patreon. Which you can if you want, but you can communicate with him on Patreon. I don't know, I can't vouch for how often he answers his Patreon and stuff like that, but I know he puts posts and stuff like that up over there. So if you guys want to check him out on his Patreon, you can. You can contact someone on Patreon without actually being a patron. You can just like follow them, and then like you can contact them that way. So like if they're putting out, just public posts, public, stuff like that. So yeah. Woke up just in time for the last game and a half. Aw, I'm sorry, Poopy. Switcheroo. Drop Underrealm Lich and Switcheroo. I had a game earlier where you stole Honor Guard with Thief of Sanity. Just killed the guy with his own stuff, and his creatures just did nothing when he played them. Aww. That's broken. That's broken, Trey. That's mean. But I bet you had fun, didn't you? Alright, man. It's gonna be it. That's all I've got. That's all I've got. Oh, you call me Devil Dog, right? As I'm doing like the worst salute in the world, right? I'm doing like a Navy in-ship salute, like, yeah. All right. All right, guys. That's it. Hope you guys had fun. We'll see you next time here on Sideboard MTG. Stick around. There might be a late night stream if you guys are going to be up, so make sure you hit that bell for notifications. And yeah, we might have a late night stream tonight. We'll see what Lincoln does, and you know, what happens. I'll look for something to play. We might just snatch something off of Reddit and play it, or we may just see like do the Boros thing. So we'll see you guys later. Bye. Does the Navy yell "Hoo-yah"? I can't tell you what the Navy yells, but the Marine Corps yells "Oorah." All right, not "ooah," not "hoo-yah." "Oorah." All right. See you later, guys. All right, all Marines out there, forgive me. "Oorah!"